John 1:27. Ipse est qui post me venturus est, qui ante me factus est, cuius ego non sum dignus ut solvam eius corrigiam calciamenti. He himself is he who is to come after me, who was before me, of whom I am not worthy that I should untie the strap of the sandal of him. Our text is going on here to tell us more, in the words of John the Baptist, about this one whom the Jerusalem delegation should know, the one that they should expect, the one about whom John the Baptist has been testifying. Ipse is our first word. He himself, this person I've just been talking about, or we could also take this as the equivalent of simply is. He or he himself is that one, or he who. And then John repeats what he had already said at John 1, verse 15. And for further explanation of the grammar of this sentence, you can look back at that video. The secret to the meaning of this cuius is dignus, of whom I, ego, am not worthy. Dignus is very often found with the genitive case. You also see it with the ablative sometimes and with a few other constructions, but this is a totally normal pairing, of whom I am not worthy that. Okay, now we have to note here that in English we would say this much more simply, and in fact, generally in classical Latin there would be easier and more elegant ways to say this, but as is true 9 times out of 10, the awkwardness that we find in this expression, the grammatical complexity, is a result of our Latin translator trying very hard and very diligently and succeeding in imitating precisely the word order of the Greek New Testament. So, of whom I am not worthy. In English, we might just say, whose sandal strap I am not worthy to untie. But here, literally, we have, of whom I am not worthy. I'm not worthy of him, even to the degree that, ut solvam, that I should undo the strap of his sandal. From the word solvo, solvere, third conjugation. Here we've got the first person singular, present active subjunctive. Because of this ut, this is a subordinating conjunction, ut. There's lots of different things that we can call this kind of clause, by the way. Different grammars disagree on what they call it. One of the things that we could call it is a species of consecutive clause. This whole clause, ut all the way to calciamenti, simply is filling in for what John the Baptist is not worthy to do. Okay, and sometimes in Latin, especially in Latin poetry, you'll find that expressed just with an infinitive as it is in English. Not very often, but sometimes, I'm not worthy to do X. But here we have an ut clause with subjunctive, I'm not worthy that I should do X. And dignus with ut here does occur in the classical period. It's not super common, but this is a normal usage that you find in lots of different periods. Cuius ego non sum dignus, of whom I am not worthy that I should untie the corrigiam, the strap or thong of the sandal, calciamentum, of him.